take it. Bell with 8 points in the ball game. 78-66. Golden State, the leading scoring team in the NBA. They know they can erupt in a hurry, and that gets a nice bounce. Stephen Jackson, who began his career as a second-round draft pick of the Suns back in '97. Suns have not missed a shot, but look what Golden State's at, 5 of 6. Steal by Ellis. Ahead it comes. Azubuike missed the shot, and it's going to be off of Golden State. Boy, I tell you, if they scored there, the Suns might have started to get very uncomfortable.
Well, that's the problem with this Golden State team. You know, they stay cold, but they hang around the game, and then all of a sudden, you know, they get hot, and before you know it, the game's tied.
17-point lead has been the biggest for the Suns. Are up by 10 now. In it comes to Amari. He puts it up. Can't get it. He thought he was fouled. Back it comes the other way. They'll have to extend the defense on this guy. He's feeling it now. I've seen Jackson do this. I mean, he can light it up. He had a 41-point game earlier this year.
Yeah, you're right. You do really have to extend it on him because once he starts to feel it, he'll let it go from anywhere.
2 of 2 behind the line now by Jackson and Golden State. All of a sudden, it's a 7-point game. This thing's a long ways from being over. Here's Diaw sweeping, running one-hander. Out to Ellis, and Golden State can close even more. Ellis ducks inside, and nicely done. I don't believe this game. All of a sudden, after having a comfortable lead, a 7-0 run by Golden State, and everyone is nervous now.
Well, I'd like to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not. I mean, you knew this Golden State was going to have a run in you, and that's why I said they had to come out and really jump on here in the second half, and they got their momentum going. They had that outside going. Now Monte Ellis gets to the basket, lays it in, and we got ourselves a ball game. Without Yao Ming,
I give it to Byron Scott, and I think LaMarcus Aldridge is the guy who should be the most improved. But look at this final. Utah defeated Houston. That was one of the scenarios the Suns expected to happen to help them as they try to get home court in the first round. And there's O'Neal muscling it up, and the Suns needed that. A 7-0 run ended by Shaq inside.
You see again the big fella just established in that position. Biedrich thought that Boris was going to take the shot, trying to get that rebound. Had no idea Shaq had the ball, and Shaq again gets to the free throw line where he's been pretty effective.
Biedrich now in foul trouble with 3. Shaq misses the free throw, but he's been very effective. 6 of 10 tonight.
Gary, next time I want your opinions on my season-ending awards, I'll give them to you. Okay,
you need to check with me, buddy. And there's a ball deflected out. Suns come up with a turnover. That is only the 3rd turnover tonight by Golden State. They've been taking care of the ball, but the Suns have now turned it over for the 9th time. You know, Dan, you never check with me on anything.
Well, I saved one of my Chase lounges by my pool, but you never showed up.
Perovich comes back into the ball game now. Biedrich goes out after picking up his 3rd foul a moment ago. This Golden State team, a little surge, and without Baron Davis. Ellis outside, and Raja Bell was in trouble. He reached out and fouled Ellis. He knew he could not in any way stop that move inside. Side out now to the Warriors. We're getting an update evidently on Baron Davis as we speak, as Robbie is doing his yoga
Robbie,
work.
the boy wonder, is getting it done over there.
There is Ellis now. Ellis goes in, dumps it outside. Harrington 3. Not this time.
According to Robbie, Baron is not playing due to coach's decision.
Meaning that Don Nelson was not happy with him.
Not happy at all.
There's a great hustle play by Raja Bell. He gets knocked down. A foul will go on Harrington. Heads up play by Raja. Diving headlong for that one.
I don't think Barron's very happy about it either, to tell you the truth.
Well, he was 2 of 13 in the first half. 17 minutes, scored 7 points, had 3 assists. But you know what? He's the type of guy that you bench him like that, he comes back and he could change this game.
The good thing is they may have all summer to get through it.
Here is Shaq backing in. Perovich hardly can hang with him, and Amari doubling up. Those 2 big guys have been effective, haven't they?
And you love that. When Shaq goes to move, he draws so many people. Amari being active on the weak side, able to corral that rebound.
They are punishing Golden State inside. Crozier now ducks inside. Grant Hill, strained groin, will not return tonight. That's the official word. We're not surprised by that. We just hope he can return Wednesday. Here's Bell deflected out. It'll be off of Monte Ellis. Suns ball, 13 to shoot. You just knew, and Dan, you've alluded to this many times, that Golden State was far from being buried in this game. The way they can score. 82-75. They trailed by as many as 17 in the first half. Nash brings it out to Diaw. Here's Amari. Spin move on Crozier from behind. Partially blocked by Jackson, and they've run out of time.
Well, good defense there. Shot clock running down. Crozier did a good job not allowing Stoudemire to get deep in the post. And Steven Jackson came over, actually got a hand on that ball, made Amari pass it. Shot clock ran out.
Halfway through the third quarter now. Ellis into the offensive end. Bell on him. Brings it out to Crozier. Steven Jackson, out of high school into the NBA. A well-traveled guy who's found a home in Golden State. He's going to be fouled by Stoudemire. That'll be his third. Amari pleading his case with Scott Foster. And so Golden State will go to the line with 5:51 left to go. Golden State from the free throw line is 8 of 12. Jackson there. Steven Jackson, as we mentioned, second-round pick of the Suns. He was a basketball gypsy, cut by 4 teams, and went all over the place. FSN Arizona needs your help. Support Team Salo and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. It's this Friday at Ironwood High School in Glendale. Visit the website on your screen for information. And tonight, Suns Live postgame will have Salo Morris as a special guest. He's truly a remarkable story. 82-76. 9 of 14 now. Golden State from the free throw line. Barbosa, who had a solid first half with 12 points, is back in the ball game. Nash with 10 assists. Pops from outside. Suns now are 4 of 10 behind the line. Azubuike brings it to the other end. You wonder how long he'll keep Baron Davis on the bench.
Well, if they keep playing like this, I don't think we'll see him back.
Here's Azubuike from outside, and that's a Baron Davis-looking shot there. It's a 4-point game. 82-78. And you can feel the tension starting him out here. Nash down the middle, won't go. Tipped out to Azubuike. Golden State desperately needs a win. They've got to win. This is a do-or-die game for them. Ellis, floater, tipped up and in by Perovich.
You can see right now, Golden State, very aggressive. They're not settling for that jump shot anymore. They're putting their head down, penetrating, getting to the rim.
Suns lead has been whittled to 2. Out it comes to Bell. Barbosa had to bail out inside. Got that ball outside. Bell with a 3. Wide right. And Diaw tracks it down. Now Amari's got it. They have a fresh 24 on the shot clock. Inside to Amari, and we're going to have a foul. Perovich pushing as Stoudemire got behind him. And so Golden State has cut it to 2 with 4:35 to go here in this third quarter. Suns had a 40-point second quarter to take a very respectable halftime lead. And now outscored 22-11 in the quarter. They just have had this thing turn around on them. Barbosa outside 3. And the 3 ball not going right now. Ellis back the other way. Look at the quickness of him. He floats, not able to get it. Stoudemire comes up with a rebound. Stoudemire now with 12 rebounds and 14 points in the ball game. Nash ducking in. Steve not able to go. And the Suns right now having a tough time getting any points.
Yeah, right now Golden State has really just packed it in and making the Suns take jumpers even though they're wide open. If Jackson has gotten hot, nails another 3. The Suns have not been able to throw it in the ocean right now.
And Golden State has the lead 83-82. All of a sudden this game has gotten away. A turnover now by the Suns. And Juracek trying to get into the lineup, and they're not going to let him in right now. Perovich checks out. Harrington comes back in for Golden State. Boy, this is a stunning reversal. This is the first lead since Golden State led 6-5 back in the first quarter. Crozier. Baseline comes Azubuike. Well, this guy's a nice-looking player, isn't he?
He really is, and that's Golden State's game. Spread it out, make you rotate, and then just attack the basket.
Nash outside. The Suns now with a battle on their hands. A desperate Golden State team, and they are playing like there's desperation. Out it comes to Jackson. Look out, he's hot.
Yep.
I tell you, he is in a groove. Jackson with 16 points. The biggest lead of the game, 6 by Golden State.
And again, just taking advantage of the turnover. Got a lot of energy on that Golden State team. Get the turnover, and then they run. And then Jackson, who had a very benign first half, all of a sudden just catches fire. This is one thing he can do. He plants those feet. Once he gets hot, that's money.
Well, Dan, in this quarter, Stephen Jackson has 14 points.
Yeah, I mean, we had feared, Baron Davis may be the guy to go off here in the second half, wasn't playing well. He sat down. Another guy who didn't do a whole lot in the first half was Stephen Jackson, and he is a bona fide scorer, can do it a lot of different ways, and he has caught fire from behind the arc. You got to back off on him. He'll stop, got tremendous range, and one of those streaky guys who, once he gets it going, he feels it.
He's 5 of 5 in the quarter, Dan. 14 points in the quarter. 31 points for Golden State to the Suns 11. As an end result, the 6-point lead after the Suns had led by as many as 17. At halftime, the Suns led 71-57. Seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it? 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the third. So the Suns need to win this and win Wednesday, and then try somehow to squeeze out the home court advantage of the first round. In comes Diaw, won't go, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line, and that'll be on Jackson. So the Suns were cruising along. It looked like they had this game well in hand, but as we warned, as Dan warned a couple of times, with Golden State, you never can get comfortable.
No, and especially they were so cold in the first half. The Suns did a good job of stopping their penetration, and they couldn't really shoot any outside jumpers, or at least make any, and then they came out and started making those jumpers, got up some confidence, and then they started taking it to the hole.
Don Nelson, second winningest coach, only behind Lenny Wilkins, trying to win one here, keep their playoff hopes alive. They meet Seattle on Wednesday, and then they'd have to get some help. They would hope to somehow Memphis could knock off Denver. That's a tall order. So all of this is happening without Baron Davis, as Golden State has erupted, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Scott Foster calling the foul on Monte Ellis. And Ellis has picked up his second.
And that's what the Suns are going to have to start doing. I mean, I don't think they can come out here and start outscoring this Golden State team. They're going to have to start getting some stops.
That ball deflected out. Suns with 18 to shoot. Golden State coming in here, desperately needing this win. They could end up being the winningest team in the history of the NBA to not make the playoffs. They're looking for the 49th win, and there's a three by Roger Bell, and that's huge. Bell proud to own the three-point zone. And Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns Charities. 2-point game. Jackson comes right back. Stephen Jackson right now is in a zone.
He is, and he scores in so many different ways. That time you see with the mid-range jumper, and for having such a quiet first half, he's really exploded here in the second.
Nash from the baseline at 3. Just won't go. Jiricek with a rebound. A second chance for the Suns. Bell intercepted. The breakout by Azubuike. Nash is back. Azubuike, who can really get up. 6'5", has given them a 92-86 lead, and the turnovers now 13 for the Suns.
Well, that was one of the keys. This Golden State team, not a good defensive team fundamentally, but they really get in there like there and try to strip balls, take chances, get in passing lanes, which leads to fast breaks.
That's now 8 turnovers in this quarter for the Suns. This game has gone south. All of a sudden, everything looking good for Golden State. Azubuike misses. Diaw comes down to the rebound. 1:48 to go in the third. We've had 2 different halves here tonight. Nash brings it out to Bell. Bell, another 3. The streakiest guy in the league, and if he gets it going, he can shoot another team completely out of the place. Jackson, boy, he wants it, doesn't he? He wants to shoot it every time down the floor. Ellis, spin move. Going to draw the foul. Barbosa committing the foul. Shaquille O'Neal will come back in for the Suns. So that foul will send Golden State to the line. They're 9 of 14. Fans, Bacardi wants you to enjoy tonight's game. If you choose to drink, please drink responsibly. Bacardi rum, established 1862. Ellis hits a free throw. Ellis with 13 points. But the big story in this second half has been Stephen Jackson. Harrington will come out now. Petrus will come back in. Petrus played well in the first half. Had 9 points for Golden State. 93-86. This is a tough team to play catch-up against now. I mean, they can score so many points.
So you can't really get in a scoring contest with this team. They're so good at that, getting out and running. So the Suns have to kind of slow this down. Now with Shaq in the game, maybe they can make this a half-court game.
Golden State has won 2 of their last 3 and 10 of their last 17. They trailed Denver by half game for the final playoff spot at the start of the night. 94-86. Golden State, Shaq inside, and he's going to be fouled hard inside. The big Diesel took it to the hole that time, and Peters commits the foul.
You like that? The Suns are cold here in the second half as far as their outside jumpers this time. Pounding into the big fella, gets down there and tries to do a little bit. Stoudemire, instead of going up and dunk it over a couple guys, goes to the finesse game.
So Shaq, who's given this team some real toughness, will go to the line tonight. 6 of 10, 14 points, 11 rebounds. The enforcer, if you will. He misses there, and here comes Perovich back in, replacing Crozier. Phoenix Suns broadcasts are made available in high definition by Verizon Wireless. Call your cable or satellite provider for HD information. Shaq Seguin, funny spin on that one. Perovich comes down to the rebound. Here's the guy of the hour right now, Jackson. Every time he comes up, he wants to shoot it. Not this time. Bell comes up with a rebound. Jackson tonight 7 of 10 shooting. Garicek has it poked away by Ellis. 18 to shoot for the Suns. Garicek has some toughness. He can play that good defense inside. He did a great job in the playoffs last year for the Utah Jazz. Against Houston, he guarded T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. Out to O'Neal.
Oh, look out over there.
I was going to say, the fans were scattering. Bell off to Barbosa. Ellis jumps out on him. Along the baseline to Diaw. 7 to shoot. Diaw to the hole. No. Shaq's there. He got it.
Good job by Boris of going to the basket. That allowed Shaq on the weak side to get that rebound.
Suns needed that. Now down by 6. Ellis almost traveled with that. Now it comes to Jackson. They're coming out tough on defense. The ball thrown away. Diaw's got it. Suns stepping up the defensive intensity. Barbosa, that would have been huge. Diaw tried to follow. Kept it alive, and we're going to have a foul.
We like the energy from the Suns. They're working hard defensively. Boris Diaw doing it on both ends. That time missed the tip dunk. Garicek reached in. Thought he had a good steal.
Boy, Diaw's really been aggressive here in the last couple of minutes. That foul on Garicek. Perovich will go to the free throw line. 23 seconds left in the surprising third quarter. Golden State trailed at halftime, 71-57. And in this third quarter, they have put a stamp on this game. Perovich hits a free throw, 95-88. The Suns in 71 and 72, they had a record of 49-33. That was the best record for a team to have that never made the playoffs. And Golden State would have to win 50, which would be what they hope to do tonight and Wednesday. But it shows you a year ago they got in, Dan, with 42 wins. 7.4 seconds left. Barbosa, nicely done. It's a 5-point game.
Well, he's become one of the best in the league at that, turning that corner and able to finish.
Jackson, everything he puts up, you think's going to go in. 38 points in the quarter for Golden State to the Suns 19.
Yeah, you got to give Don Nelson a lot of credit. Sat down his star point guard, Baron Davis, coming out of that first half. And tell you, his team has rallied around that call and fought themselves back in the game and have taken the lead, much because of Stephen Jackson.
Steve Nash had 10 assists in the first half.
With that left hand, Shaq runs down, gets that big old behind down underneath the basket, and Nash just drops it low, and the big fella, the big Diesel, the big Cactus finishes.
Suns, after rebound here, after having that 17-point lead erased, find themselves trailing as we go to the fourth quarter. Barbosa misses. Rebound is cleared by Jackson, and there's still no Baron Davis in this ballgame. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Golden State must win or their postseason aspirations are gone. That'll be goaltending by Shaquille O'Neal. Sorry, Gary.
Azubuike's really come in and played well off the bench, been very aggressive, and for his size. Again, very athletic, gets to the basket.
He's the guy they've gone to instead of Davis, the two-time All-Star. In it comes to Shaq. Perovich hanging in there tough with him. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Bell with 4. Bell goes in, had the ball poked away, kept with it. We're going to have a foul on Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, that was a good call. Shaq got caught by pushing the big guy in the back, lower back, trying to get that rebound, got caught.
So Mike D'Antoni, realizing that this game has turned around. Somehow he's got to find some way to get his team rolling again. Nash in that third quarter had only 1 assist. 0 for 4 shooting. It was all Golden State.
It's hard to get any assists when nobody's making any baskets.
That's true. Here's Ellis from outside. That's a 2. Got the bounce. 99-90. And the Suns, they need this game. If they're going to try to get the home court advantage, they got to find a way to carve out a win here. Bell brings it over to Garachek. Dumps it into Shaq. Shaq muscles in. Bell, 7 on the shot clock. Garachek from outside. Yes!
Good ball move by the Suns, dumping it into Shaq and then rotating the ball. Good spacing. Garachek hits the shot.
Amari getting ready to come back into the lineup as we go to the 10:22 mark of the fourth quarter. Azubuike. Dan talking about him. He has played really well. Inside, Perovich. A surprise player tonight. He's been inactive the last 5 games. His put back inside. 101-93, and that's a foul on Petrus. Nash is coming in along with Stoudemire as D'Antoni realized that he's got to get his guys back in right now. Bell will leave, as well Diop. Garachek of that shot a while ago has really been shooting well, shooting 43% behind the line. His 17 of his last 40 coming into the ball game. 101-93. There's the steal attempt by Ellis. Got Ellis and Barbosa. You think there's anybody quicker in the league than those two guys?
No, it would have been interesting there if Ellis was able to come to the steal. See those two guys sprint to the other basket.
They are the definition of quickness. Here is Nash outside, brings it out to Garachek, driving in against Petrus. Hands off to Shaq. Can't finish, but he's fouled. Very nice setup inside.
Yeah, you love that by Garachek getting the basket. A nice dump off. You just wish Shaq would have been able to finish instead of going to the line.
Saturday at Mesa, Suns teammates Amari Stoudemire and Shaquille teamed up with the International Hunger Relief Organization, Feed the Children, and Arizona partner Save the Family to provide families with a day of caring. 400 families each received more than 40 pounds of food and personal care items from Feed the Children, totaling more than 16,000 pounds of food for those in need. Perovich coming out of the ball game now. As you see Shaq, who it just wowed these kids. They love him. He's like a magnet when he goes in and has time with these kids, as he got 1 of 2 free throws. Shaq now 7 of 14. 101-94. A lot of time left to go. Jackson, there he goes. And doesn't get the bounce this time. So Jackson now 7 of 12 shooting. That third quarter was unbelievable. 14 points. Amari making his move. That'll be a foul on Jackson. Had the hands on him. Basket will not count. It's a foul before the shot. The side out to Phoenix. Jackson with his second foul. They really have only Crozier in foul trouble with 4, and he's not in. Nash outside. Nash 1 assist in the second half. 11 for the game. But as Dan mentioned, you got to hit some shots to help the assist category. Garachek had it poked away. Barbosa comes up with it. Barbosa off the glass, no. Tipped around by Amari. And right now, Dan, you sense the desperateness of Golden State.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see the Suns start getting the ball to Amari. I mean, there's nobody out there who can guard him in the post. I mean, just get Amari on the free throw line and down the post and let him go to work.
Barbosa fouls Ellis. That's a good point. Stoudemire's taken only 10 shots.
Made 7 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guy, they got Steven Jackson guarding right now. I just put Amari right in that post to put him, 15 feet away and just let him back him down or take him to the hole.
I don't disagree. Stoudemire was 17 points. He had a very good first half and has not had a lot of opportunities in the second half as Ellis hits a free throw.
No, he's proven to be unguardable. I mean, all year long, especially with the Shaq trade. I mean, you can't stop him. Not only will he get fouled and go to the line, but, he'll get this team in the bonus.
102-94. The Suns Finding it tough to play catch-up as Ellis got both of them. Golden State now 14 of 20 from the free throw line. Suns are 16 of 26. Shaq has been there 14 times. 94 points for the Suns, so they're going to need a lot more. Shaq from Steve Nash. There's an assist.
Well, that's great. Double high pick and roll with Thad and Shaq, and Steve uses O'Neal, throws a nice lob.
And the shot short, but the cleanup inside. As Azubuike with the foul makes it 105-96. Azubuike has come in and impacted the game with 17 points. He had a 33-point game earlier this year, so he's had some moments. Off it comes to Barbosa, goes inside, intended for Shaq. That's a tough catch for Shaq to make. Timeout. 8:16 to go. Suns in a catch-up posture.